Okay guys, I've gotten several comments and questions about the sticks adjustment, better known as protect the sticks. So I've done some relatively extensive research into this, and I found out that it's actually been a bit of a mystery. Take note of the highlights you're seeing as I try to give this at least some clarity to this issue. The best definition I found online is from maddenschool.com, and I'll just quote it to you, and keep in mind this is from Madden 22. So here it goes. There is a defensive adjustment that was added a few years ago called Protect the Sticks, and it is one of the most important adjustments you can make in Madden 22. In theory, Protect the Sticks tells all of your defenders to drop back to around the first down marker and keep everything in front of them. The way people actually use it in Madden is to prevent your zones from being manipulated. By protecting the sticks, you render a lot of the really common money plays less effective. And you guys, that's honestly a pretty dang good, albeit general and somewhat non-committal description. So essentially, what this defensive adjustment has done historically is it switches off zones with man-matching characteristics and causes all of your zones to play, well, where they're supposed to play, and helps defenders focus more around the sticks. And I think that is probably how this adjustment should be best described. In Madden 19, at least from the forum posts I was able to find, a lot of people use this adjustment almost every play simply because of that. From what I've seen in both testing and in general playing experience, is that they do tend to guard the sticks a little tighter, especially those intermediate and shorter zones. Now, I've also found some people who report their zones getting beaten deep with this setting, but I did do some testing and I didn't really notice anything in terms of deep zones playing too close to the line, and you're seeing some of that in these highlights. Not one deep shot given up in all of my testing. And not that I was necessarily trying, and keep in mind that in Madden you can figure out a way to manipulate almost anything if you try hard enough. But anyway, what I did notice is actually zones picking up deep routes and focusing on them, and the intermediate routes getting open deeper at times because of it, as you're seeing in some of these highlights here. Also, you're seeing that some of these deeper zones are playing the exact same routes more aggressively when Protect the Sticks is being used, which actually does open up some options in my head about using this maybe a little bit more frequently. For me, at least up until now, I've tended to use this for, say, 3rd and 7 or 3rd and long, like 3rd and 20 or 25. And for me, if it's 3rd and 7, I have almost always shaded down. So for me, even if I didn't use this setting, I'd still be kind of playing the sticks better because I'm shading that way. Also, I'm convinced that Madden has a built-in sort of sticks feature where defenders recognize the first down marker and try to stop players from getting there. And I think we've all felt that because we get a lot of like 4th and inches stuff going on in Madden, right? And on 3rd and 20 or 25, I'm almost always shading over the top. So that in itself would keep me from getting beaten deep very often, at least, right? My point here is that sometimes it's difficult to tell what a setting or adjustment actually does because there are so many variables, and this is how bad rumors start. And I want to apologize for posting about this setting without being totally sure and just assuming it did what I thought it did. Even when I was testing this, player traits and abilities could easily have impacted, at least to some extent, what I found, not just the defenses and even the other settings. Anyway, so in the end, this is a powerful adjustment that kind of has two purposes: protecting the sticks on 3rd and shorter and playing more securely for deeper routes when it's 3rd and long, switching off those matching type zone principles and dropping those zones back deeper, at least toward the sticks. So, at least from what I understand, this is the best definition I can give you guys of quote-unquote protecting the sticks. Protecting the sticks switches off zones with man-matching characteristics and principles, and it causes all of your zones to play where they're supposed to, and it helps defenders focus more around the sticks in the process. I hope this video has helped to clarify this setting. Experiment. Anything you see on YouTube, always experiment with it, right? Always try it out for yourself, because sometimes these things work and sometimes these things only work situationally. So experiment with this and practice. Experiment this when you're playing against a computer, and try it out in a game sometimes and see if you notice a difference. Anyway, I hope this helps. and I hope you guys have a great day.